ทีเริ่มได้เลยครับโอเคน้องที you turn on your microphone
Okay.
okay good job
มีน้องอินดี้
น้องทีopen class ได้เลยครับ
ต้องสไลด์โชว์ไหมต้องสไลด์โชว์ให้น้องทีไหม
เอาสไลด์
ครับ
สไลด์โชว์พี่กันมีไหมคะเอาอะไรดีเดี๋ยวช่วยกันก็ได้โยโวก็ได้ครับโยโวจำได้ไหม
โยนได้แต่จำไม่ได้
โอเคงั้นช่วยกัน
we together okay yo together
ได้ยาธรรมโมจวินัยโยเอเตโตปัญญาโตโสวมาเจนะสัทธาโยโมอานาทพยาธรรมโมจวินัยโยจเตสิโตปัญญาโตโสวมาเจนะสัทธาโยอานันทมยาธรรมโมจวินัยจเตสิโตปัญญาโตโสวมาเจนะสัทธา
ได้แล้วครับสาธุสาธุสาธุนาวุติอุปนิธิพันธะอนุโมทามิค่ะ
นะครับ
โอเค
โอเค start เลยนะครับเห็นจอที่แชร์ขึ้นไหมครับ
เห็นแค่ how are human classified
Okay. Today we will discuss about how humans are classified. As P mentioned that she has already explained some of how are humans classified to some of you. Okay, so before we begin, as always, I need to mention about the important note that Dhamma provided in this presentation is simple and not Kampira or profound. People must continuously study Dhamma or else it will lead to Mahatapa Niraya because it is Michatiti or not following the Buddha's teaching. If any provided content contrast with Dhamma 84,000 Dhammakanta, please refer to Dhamma 84,000 Dhammakantaka only. And we, as one of 4 Buddha Parisa, we also have our responsibility. The responsibility of the 4 Buddha Parisa are as following. The first is the 4 Buddha Parisa must well understand the Tipitaka 84,000 Dhammakantaka. The second one is the 4 Buddha Parisa must be able to correctly present 84,000 Dhammakantaka. And the last one, the 4 Parisa must be able to correct those who condemn or misunderstand the Tipitaka 84,000 Dhammakantaka. Now we enter our today's topic. How are humans classified? To classify human, first we go back to our daily life, our daily activities. What kind of activities that we are doing every day? And shall we ask our student what kind of daily activities do they have?
Okay, canค่ะ. So kid, can you tell me what do you do what do you always do in your daily life? We start with น้องเบนได้ไหมคะน้องเบนครับ
ต้องบ้าน
โอเคกันบ้าน Do you homework every day หรอ Okay what about Indie คะ It's a daily activity กิน oh it's easy eating เนาะ
in what is classified from Kama Sanya, Kojala Sanya or Morana Sanya Indie อินดี้ค่ะ
กามะกามะสัญญา
กรรมสัญญา okay it's also กรรมสัญญา it can it be มรณสัญญา too
ไม่รู้ครับ
because we afraid of dying so we eat and we eat the used to healthy food so it means that we afraid of being die or being old so we try everything it is karma sanya and it is korajara sanya too because we try to find delicious things to eat no we don't eat what we have only what we have but we go everywhere in order to find out where is the delicious food for us no so it's always three things come together.
To explain a bit more detail for you, Indy, as Piping mentioned and you answer, for eating, it seems like at the beginning it seems like kama sanya, right? For kama sanya, actually, when you eat, the nutrients of the food will feed your body, and you grow up like you grow up to be a handsome man and attract woman. That is kama sanya. And actually, if you look into details, into more details about the food that you eat, your body actually it requires food and nutrient to survive. Without food, you are dying. So it's also, instead of only kama sanya, actually it's related to marana sanya, as Piping mentioned. Without food, you are going to die. If you starve until certain point, food is very necessary, is very crucial for your body to survive. So in that case, food also related to marana sanya. And to go to study or go to work, you also need power to your body. That's why you need to eat food to get energy for your body to go to study or to work. You go to study because you want to get a good job and good payment and get a lot of money. That's also related to Kojara Sanya. This is the reason why Piping mentioned that. Actually, at the beginning, it seems like Kama Sanya. However, if you look into more details, the things that the food related is also related to and also Kojara Sanya. Okay, I explain in more detail. Okay, Pian, shall we ask more our students about the daily activities?
The next one น้องทีครับ What do you do in your daily life?
เดิน
No,
นอน
sleeping. Okay, it's good.
walking
Walking. Okay. น้องพลอยคะน้องพลอยเปิดเสียงค่ะปกติหนูทำอะไรคะบ่อยๆทุกวัน
นอน
นอนเหรอ นอนอีกแล้ว เหมือนพี่ทีเลย ยกเว้นจากนอนทำอะไรอีกคะ นอกจากนอนมีอะไรอีกคะ ร้องเพลงไหม เคยไหม
ไม่
ไม่ แล้วทำอะไรอีก นอนอย่างเดียวเลย
ไป
เหรอนอน
ฉี่
อะไรนะคะ
เข้าห้องน้ำไปฉี่
อ๋อเข้า
ก่
ห้
อ
อน ง
น
น้
อน
ำ โอเค จริงด้วย โอเค
Pian,
do you think sleeping is what do you think sleeping is the three type of sanya tree start from น้องที first
น้องทีกับน้องพลอยลองเดาดูสิครับ
only sleeping is this kusala or not
พี่แอน
Yeah.
พี่แอนไมค์ไม่ได้เปิดครับ
ลืมเอ่อน้องพลอยจ๋าป้าปิงถามว่านอนนะคะเป็นอะไรคะเป็นกุศลหรืออกุศล
กุศล
หรอ
อ๋อนอนเป็นกุศล
ทำไมเป็นกุ
สอน
เป็นอกุศลอ่ะทำไมโอเคshe answer already ปิง is อกุศลค่ะ น้องที
แล้ว
ล่ะ
เป็น
ครั
ป
บ
ระเภทไหน
she sleeping is กุศล or อกุศลคะปวดหัวเลยเหรอ
อกุศล
อกุศลโอเค
and what kind of มนุษย์
สัญญา
สัญญา yes สัญญา
I taught you guys regarding for the Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya. What kind of Sanya that belong to sleeping? น้องที yes ป้าแอนสอนแล้วนะ เป็นอะไรคะ นอนเป็นอะไรนะ เดาได้ไหม
กามสัญญาโคจรสัญญามรณสัญญา which one
กามาสัญญา
Yes.
ได้ไหม ได้ไหม
ก็มาสัญญาไม่รู้
ไม่รู้ รู้ไม่รู้เหรอครับ actually for what being already said in the beginning actually in our daily life it's a
Yeah.
mix
shall we let's Indie gaze
okay indicate okay
Indie would you like to gaze
ได้
I
Okay.
give you the clue. Everything's come with the same answer.
มรณสัญญา มรณสัญ
ธรรมสัญญา
ธรรมสัญญาธรรมสัญญาธรรมสัญญา
อะไรเนี่ยเดี๋ยวตีแล้ว
มาไม่บอก
ไม่บอก
ไม่
okay
คำตอบก็คือทั้งสามอย่างแม่ว่านะ
มัน traveling is important ธรรมะ important ด้วย
ใช่แต่ป้าก็ถามว่าโอนน่ะ มันคือสัญญาอะไร
โอ้ยมรณสัญญา
แม่ว่าทั้งสามนะ
ธรรมสัญญา
ต้องให้ธรรมจันทร์
ธรรมสัญญา
ที่
ธรรม
เรียน
สัญญา
let's
ธรรมสัญญาเหรอ
why you think is ธรรมสัญญาBen
เพราะเราต้องมีธรรมะ to be human and then เราต้องนอนได้
okay
Okay.
That's one of the good points. I'll explain about that later. And how about Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya? What sleeping classify as? What kind of it? Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, Morana Sanya, or all of them?
กามสัญญากับมรณสัญญา
Okay. Why you think sleeping is Kama Sanya and Morana Sanya?
no idea
No idea, really?
no
Well,
I'm just gonna choose all three กามสัญญาโกจรสัญญามรณสัญญา
okay.
no idea
I will give you an answer. This one. By sleeping, your body needs sleeping, right? Without sleeping, your body is going to die, right? So
is
actually,
มรณสัญญา
none of them is Morana Sanya. And by growing up, you need sleep. You need to sleep, right? For kids, you need to sleep, right? Around 8 to 10 hours a day to grow up. So sleep actually related to Kama Sanya because when you sleep, you grow up and you from a boy or a girl, you become a man and a woman, right? it's also related to Kama Sanya. And how about Kojara Sanya? Kojara Sanya, you go to study and you go to work. Without sleeping, you can't go to study and you can't go to work. So actually sleeping related to all three again, as Piping mentioned that by sleeping, it's also related to Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya. Okay, and by Ben saying that sleeping related to Dhamma Sanya, actually this one is also very interesting. By once you mention that it related to Dhamma Sanya, your daily activities will be Dhamma Sanya only only under one conditions that you Sikkha Dhamma. Once you Sikkha Dhamma, you have Dhamma of Anuttara Samma Sampodhi in your Chavana Chitta, your mind. In that case, whenever you have your daily activities, you have a Dhamma to explain every activities in your daily life. In that case, you also have Dhamma Sanya within all of your daily activities. When you act in Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya, you always have Dhamma Sanya to control these three Sanya. Instead of letting they doing akusala themselves by Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, Morana Sanya, you have a special one which is called Dhamma Sanya. Dhamma Sanya will exist only once you Sikkha Dhamma. And for example, like sleeping. Once I explain you that sleeping related to Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, Morana Sanya. And by knowing so, you acquire Dhamma Sanya. Then once you have Dhamma Sanya, you know that sleeping related to Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, Morana Sanya, and this one starting to be Kusala instead of Akusala. Okay, so by turning your daily activities from Akusala, which lies in Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya, into Kusala one, you need these three activities to be controlled by Dhamma Sanya. And to gain Dhamma Sanya, there is only one way to gain Dhamma Sanya is to Sikkha Dhamma. Okay.
Pikan can if we have nightmare or all night, no, but in our nightmare we think about pray the kusara things, pray our tilo kutta peta watu, or we think about our sikkaya or our nightmare. Can that call Dhamma Sanya too?
That at the beginning, if that is your dream, I wouldn't call it as a nightmare. It's a good one. That's good. Actually, it's hard because when you wake up, normally people hardly recite Dhamma and study Dhamma. So once they even normally when they wake up, they don't normally do that kind of activities. So that's why it hardly for them when they sleep, they'll dream about that.
But when I go to Puttapumi at the first time, I have heard that our group recite or pray all the time in Abhidhamma or something. Then it come through our sota, no, and then when we sleep, I think I dream all night that come with so like this, or praise again and again about I think when I go back from Puttapumi 1 month, I still heard it. So that is something right, Dhamma Sanya, in when we dream or not?
Yes, for a beginner, yes, you can call it like that.
So for every kid, or every person that I think you should, the parent should bring kid to Puttapumi in order to absorb what is kusara in the night.
ครับ
Okay, สาธุค่ะพี่กัน
ครับ next one okay, we has already covered this one. Our daily activities are classified into 3 groups called Sanya 3, Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya. Okay, and because of the reason that our
กัน
daily
ค่ะ
life ครับ
กันค่ะ before we going to the next slide I like to just short recap for the kids
okay,
for the difference between Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya. Keep very easy. Kama Sanya, as what I taught to you, is the basic need in your life. Eating, sleeping, walking, running. But for Kojara Sanya, it's something that you go out, you do it, working, studying, or you go out to meet a friend, it is the Kojara Sanya. And the last one is easy is because Morana Sanya is, you're afraid to die, you're afraid to get ill. So if you go to see the doctor, or injection, COVID vaccine, because you have Morana Sanya. But anyway, in summary, in our activity is mixed together between Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya. So that is from my, from my summary. Thank you, Ka. Satu Pagan.
สาธุ
Oh,
ครับ
I give you the additional. The Kama Sanya in addition is like something that make you look good in order to have friend. If you like, you go to meet friend with panda eye, panda eye, black eye, or things, or you don't wear shirt, don't wear beautiful dress, you will feel that you go out, you cannot, this is Kama Sanya, in order to make yourself better, look good, for have friend, that is Kama Sanya. Okay ค่ะพี่กัด
ครับ to have friends, to attract opposite sex,
Yes.
grow up, something like that. It's Kama Sanya. Yeah. Next one. The first reason why our daily activities are under influence of Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya, which all of those 3 are akusala, because our body actually it's under influence of akusala kama pata 10, which are Pana, Athina, Kame, Muksa, Pisuna Vata, Parusavata, Sampapalapa, Apiccha, Payapata, Miccha Titti. And these akusala kama pata 10 are classified into 3 groups. The first one called Kaya Kamma, and the second one is called Vachi Kamma, and the third one is Mano Kamma. Or for easily recite, Kaya Kamma is your body, Vachi Kamma is your verbal, and Mano Kamma is your mind. So Akusala Kamma Pata 10 control you in 3 groups. They are Kammas, Kaya Kamma, Vachi Kamma, Mano Kamma, or Akusala Kamma Pata 10 control your body, control your verbal, and control your mind. You are under control of Akusala Kamma Pata 10. And the name of Akusala Kamma Pata 10 are Pana, Athina, Kame. These 3 for Kaya Kamma. And Vachi Kamma, there are Musa, Pisuna Vata, Parusavata, Sampapalapa. And the final group is Mano Kamma. Mano Kamma are they are Apiccha, Payapata, Miccha Titti. And this is why your daily activities, that's why they are Kama Sanya, Kojara Sanya, and Morana Sanya, and all of them are Akusala, because they are under influence of akusala kamapata 10, which these 10 create your body, your body, your verbal, and your mind. They control everything. That's why you cannot do anything in your daily lives, and the result will be kusala, because akusala kamapata 10 control you. Okay.
พี่การ can anybody answer that? What is pana? Can you explain something for kids? พี่แอน can you help?
For pana,
Pana, what is
No.
pana?
normally you will heard that pana means try not to kill any living things, but actually pana atina kame is one of the functions of your body that need to survive. For example, like pana, you need to eat food, right? You need to order food. When you go to a restaurant, you order food. Once you order, it's the act of pana. For example, like you order a chicken, the restaurant need to kill a chicken, or actually they buy a chicken from others. But to get a chicken meat, they need to kill a chicken first. So if you look back into detail into their supply chain of that food that you get, for example, like a roast chicken or fried chicken, first it need to kill chicken. So it's pana. And once you eat a chicken into your once you eat chicken, and chicken go to your stomach extract nutrient from chicken into your body to feed your body. That's called atina. Atina, normally they translate it as a steal things from people. But if you look into detail, atina act as activity that extract nutrients out of the food to feed your body. That is work of atina. And game, as I mentioned before, once it extracts the nutrients from the food to feed your body grow up. You from a boy become a man, from a girl become a woman, and then it's work of game. So pana atina game is the function of your body, normal function of your body that control kaya kamma. That's why by doing pana atina game, or your daily activity life, your daily activities, you eat food, the food extract automatically by your stomach to get the nutrients and feed your body to grow up from a man to from a boy to a man, and a girl to a woman. That's act of game. This is why your daily activity is under influence of akusala kamapata 10, and it's also akusala. The result of them are akusala.
Indie, if I eat อะไรนะเขาเรียกว่าอะไร เจ
vegetarian.
Did we steal pana or not, Indie?
ไม่คิดว่าเรา steal กายะ
Okay, in that case, indeed, because we order vegetable, right? So it should not related to any killing any living things, right? Okay, in this case, look a bit further into details. To get vegetable, do you have to use pesticide? In case that you use pesticide, you also kill insects, right? Before.
What happenedทำไมใช้ pesticides ก็ไม่มี bugs.
Okay, in case you don't use pesticide and you grow vegetable in some kind of greenhouse, and
Ours is organic.
Organic. Yes.
มีหนอนไหมมีหนอนไหมมีหนอนใน
ไม่
I mean
It's
ไม่มี
grass.
หนอนในผักเลยเหรอ
non my thigh but alive
ไม่หนอน
ก็ไม่ได้อยู่ใน vegetable
หนอน
Correct.
ในผักมีไหม
ไม่มี
Okay.
ไม่มีหนอนเหรอ
Maybe.
ก็มีก็ไม่ได้โดนฆ่า
In case that you grow the vegetable in greenhouse or something that prevent insect or bugs to come inside. In that case, you don't have to use pesticide, right? So it seems that you don't have to you don't kill them at all. However, the land that you use is supposed, if you don't use this land, is supposed to be a place to grow vegetable, and vegetable for bugs and for insects, they come and they eat your vegetable. But when you control the environment like a greenhouse, then the insect can't come. The insect can't come, so they're starving outside your greenhouse.
ก็
So you make them starve.
เขากิน something else ได้
Yeah, in that case, correct. It could be eating something else, but instead of they also have a chance to eat fruit from your plot of land, but you control
no
it.
like something team what happened to happen cooking something that isn't from garden
Yeah, not eating from your plot of land, but they eat from others. However, instead of by doing so, if you are not owning this plot of land, they have a chance to eat food in this plot of land, correct? If in extreme case, if every people do the same, so they are starving. So actually on by preventing them to get into your plot of land and you're growing vegetable is also a banana, because you make them starve. Actually, they are not dying because of they can eat from others, but actually if you do not own this plot of land, they have chance to eat vegetable in this plot of land also. So that's why it's hardly to prevent pana in our daily life, even though we eat vegetable. That's why the only way to prevent pana atina kame musa pina vata pruta vata sampapalapa apichapi apatamichati is to Sikkha Dhamma. Once you Sikkha Dhamma, you don't have to worry about you eat chicken, you eat meat, or you eat vegetable. Whether you eat will be controlled by kusala in Dhamma. That makes your daily life, instead of being a kusala, it will turn into kusala. Okay, I'll explain in more details how akusala in our daily lives turn into kusala by using Sikkha Dhamma. Okay.
พี่กัน I want to know about Athena, more Athena. What is Athena? Can you explain more for our
บา
students?
นามันคือ
Okay, for Athena, as I mentioned for the beginners, that normally people translate it into stealing, getting things from others, but actually it's related to our body activities. Like we eat food. When food come into our stomach extract nutrients from those food and feed our body. This is the act of Athena. Extract nutrients from food to feed our body. That's it's inevitable that our body need to work that way. Without Athena, our body will be dying. We will be dead, because when you cannot extract nutrients from the body to feed your body, that's you are going to die.
You mean like extract vitamin C, extract carbohydrate like that?
Correct.
So
And also pana act as your immune system. Your immune system, once you have this one is pana. Once you have a disease or virus into your body, you also have to have an immune system to protect your body and your from disease and from virus. That's also an act of pana. Without it, without your immune system, you will be dying also.
White blood cell.
Correct. That's one of the immune system.
Mhm.
That's why I try to mention that Pana Atina Game Musa Pisuna Vata Purusavata Sampapalapa Picha Piyapata Micha Titti, which classify into 3 groups: Kaya Kamma, Vaci Kamma, Mano Kamma, or your body, your verbal, and your mind cannot be kusala without Sikkha Dhamma. These are controlled by Akusala Kammapata 10, and it leads to Akusala only. And it's normal function of our body. That's why I try to tell that you cannot shut it down. It's need. These functions are required to survive. For our body to survive, you cannot shut it down. But
Okay.
without shutting it down, how can we turn akusala into kusala? In that is more important.
Pikan, and can you give a little bit game for kids, because in kid thinking, what is game for them?
For game for kids, I would explain that it
Look
makes
good.
your body grow up. It makes your body grow up from a boy into a man, and from a girl into a woman, and that's obviously that you grow from your first day when you're born until the teenagers, and until you die. You grow up, and during your grow up, during your teenagers and adolescents, you attract opposite sex to set up family, to have kids, to have things like that. This is function of kami. And by doing so, your body needs to grow up, right? That's why your body needs pana, like your immune system, and your atina, which is the system that extract the nutrients from the food to feed your body and make your body grow up. And then once your body grow up, it's kami. So this is normal function of your body. You cannot shut it down, even though you know that they are akusala, but you cannot shut it down. It's need. These kind of function is needed to survive. Without this kind of function, your body cannot survive.
Another game I can explain to us of you is we have to when we go outside, we want to look good in order to not other people to รังเกียจอะว่าไง
Disgusting.
Yeah. You like you very dirty, so everyone cannot will not talk with you. Like something like that. So game is look good for other people, not only opposite sex, but everyone. And game is also grow up process, that you want to be grow up as have family in the future, have friends, have family in other people, for other reason that you will have money.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Another วจีกรรม
Vajika.
Today we will give you in more detail in order for everyone to know that what is it meaning in Dhamma, no? วจีกรรม
For Musa, Pisuna Vata, Parusavata, Sampapalapa. For the beginners, Musa, normally we know that Musa means lying. You shouldn't be lying. But lying from what? Lying from the truth that the science discovered, or the truth of the teaching of Gautama Buddha. Actually, this one, you are lying. You speak differently from the teaching of Gautama Buddha. That's counted as a lying. So
พิการ we give example better.
yes,
Like
for example,
lying Pikan
Example.
is look good, very smart. This is lying or not?
This
Uh,
a bit difficult. I simplify the simple the example like this, you know that the sun rise in the east and set in the west, right? Signs saying that sun rise from the east and set from the west, set in the west, and every people knows this.
Yes.
This is the
Sure.
fact, right? So it shouldn't be lying according to science, because everyone is teach that the sun rise from the east and set in the west. Actually, however, the teaching of Gautama Buddha is not like this. So the sun rising from the east and set in the west should not be muksa in science, but in Dhamma, sun rising from the east and set in the west is muksa, because this one different from the teaching of Gautama Buddha. Right? A bit confused. What should
Pikan, I give
uh,
example for kids now.
mm,
If something like then today you are kid now, and you think that kid will be kid all the time or not? No, you will grow up, and then you say this is kid today, but tomorrow and the next 5 years and the next 10 years. So if you say that this is kid, it is not kid, but it is kid only now. Do you understand my meaning, Mai? Everything we talk, we think that it is truth, but it is not truth. Something like Pikan said, in sunset, you have sunset and sunlight, but normally it is not set and it is not light in for Tevata. Tevata not have sunset and sunlight, but Tevata have sun on all the time.
okay.
Because of our earth, rotate earth by earth self now, but not sunset, sunlight. It is not set and it is not light. So if you say that you sunset and sunlight, that is not truth. But because of technology, we know only that time. You look back for very ancient. So you think that sunset and sunlight, but in actually sun not set and sun not light, but our earth rotate our earth by earth
Okay.
self.
One more example. Let's
Yeah.
go back to our vegetable and our insect. When we see vegetable, we call it vegetable, right? But actually that vegetable is not vegetable. A bit confused, because that vegetable, when you call it vegetable, it's the that is the name that you're given to the shape of the leaves or things like that you see, that we call it vegetable. But in Dhamma, vegetable is not vegetable, because vegetable is rupa, and that rupa consisting of at least Vinipokha rupa 8. Vinipokha rupa 8 consisting of Pathavi Mahaputa Rupa, Pathavi Mahaputa Rupa, Vayo Pathavi Apo Mahaputa Rupa, Tesho Mahaputa Rupa, Vayo Mahaputa Rupa, Rupa Visaya Rupa, Kanta Visaya Rupa, Rasa Visaya Rupa, and Ahara Rupa. That is what in Dhamma would call your vegetable. But in our daily lives, in our daily life, we call it vegetable. but actually in Dhamma, that one is Avinipokarupa 8. So this kind of difference is mutsa. For example, like you call your smartphone, computer, desk, house, picture, car, you have a name for them. But actually in Dhamma, those are Avinipokarupa 8. Different. Once it different like this, that's when you call it a computer, a smartphone, a car, a house, that different from the teaching of Gautama Buddha, that's called Musa. But it will not be Musa once you know that those things that you see, they are Avinipokarupa 8. In this case, you're starting to have a kusala to help you in your daily life to transform your muksa into something else which is not muksa. That if we go back to our sanya 4, we have kama sanya, gochara sanya, morana sanya. That is the act of kusala. And the last one we also have dhamma sanya. By knowing what Buddha's teaching, this is the act of Dhamma Sanya, and Dhamma Sanya will help us explain why Kama Sanya, Gochara Sanya, Morana Sanya act as they are doing. Okay, I'll show you in the next slide here. Next, this one. This one is the help of Bunyakriya 10 that you get from Sikkha Dhamma that helps you transform from Kusala Kamapata 10 that I mentioned before into Kusala Kamapata 10. By doing so, this Punyakriya 10 will help you from not going to Abhayapum 4, and then you can improve yourself to be Manusa 1, Tevapuma 6, Brahmapum 16, Arupapum 4, into the rest of the Bhumi and except Abhayapum 4. Akusala Kamapata 10, as I mentioned before, that consisting of Pana, Atina, Kame, Musa, Pisunawata, Parusawata, Sampapalapa, Apicha, Payapata, Micha, Tithi, classified into 3 groups. The first 3, Pana, Atina, Kame, they are classified as Kaya Kamma. Musa, Pisunawata, Parusawata, Sampapalapa, they are classified as Vajikamma. And the last 3, Apicha, Payapata, Micha, Tithi, they are classified as Manokamma. So by doing Bunyakriya 10, Sila, the second one, Bunyakriya 10 consisting of Than, Sila, Pavana, Apajayana, Vayavacha, Patithan, Patanumotana, Dhamma Savana, Dhamma Tesana, and Titushukam. All of these 10, only one which called Sila, control your Kaya Kamma and Vajikamma. This help into 2 parts. All 7 of Akusala Kammapata 10 are controlled by Sila. Then the rest 9 of Bunyakriya 10 except Sila control your Manokamma. Then by doing Bunyakriya 10, Than, Sin, Pavana, Apajayana, Vayavacha, Patithan, Patanumotana, Dhamma Savana, Dhamma Tesana, Titushukam, helps you transform from Akusala Kammapata 10 into Kusala Kammapata 10. That's why I also said at the beginning that you cannot shut down the function of your body that act under influence of Akusala Kammapata 10, because those functions need for you to survive in this body. So Pana, instead of shutting them down, we have another set of Dhamma to control them. Instead of shutting them down, we control them and transform from Akusala Kammapata 10 into Kusala Kammapata 10. To be Kusala Kamapata 10, Kusala Kamapata 10 consisting of Panatipata Veramani Sikkha Patang Samadhiyami Athinathana Veramani Sikkha Patang Samadhiyami Kame Sumichcha Jara Veramani Sikkha Patang Samadhiyami Pisuna Vata Pisuna Vata Veramani Sikkha Patang Samadhiyami Parusavata Veramani Sikkha Patang Samadhiyami Samphappalapa Veramani Sikkha Patang Samadhiyami Anapichcha Apayapata Sammadhitti. Once you translate and once Bunyakriya 10 that you gain from Sikkha Dhamma like today will help you control Akusala Kamapata 10, that is the act of your body, to Kusala Kamapata 10. That's why you don't need to shut your function, your body function down. Instead, you can spend your you can have your daily your daily activities, but instead of the results of your daily activity will lead you to Abhaya Bhumi 4 by Sikkha Dhamma and have Bunyakriya 10. Bunyakriya 10 will control your Akusala Kamapata 10 and transform it to Kusala Kamapata 10. The more you Sikkha Dhamma, the more effective of Bunyakriya 10 to help you transform from Akusala Kamapata 10 into Kusala Kamapata 10. So this is why we always mention that Sikkha Dhamma is very, very important. It's necessary in your life because it protects you this way. By Sikkha Dhamma, you get more Bunyakriya 10, which are Tan, Seen, Pavana, Apajayana, Vaya, Vaja, Patitan, Patanumotana, Dhamma Savana, Dhamma Tesana, Hitushukam. And these 10 will control your Akusala Kamapata 10, which works in your body. You cannot shut them down. So when you have Bunyakriya 10 and it help them, they help you transform from Kusala Kamapata 10 into Kusala Kamapata 10. This is why you can have your daily life, your daily activities. You can do things like normal people do, but the result will be completely different. Instead of going to Abhayapum 4, you don't have to go into Abhayapum 4 because you have Bunyakriya 10 to control your Akusala Kamapata 10 and turns into Kusala Kamapata 10. Okay. Pian, do you have any things to say more about this?
Yeah, I think the most important one, we need to turn the akusala in our daily life to kusala kamapata by using Bunyakriya 10. You know that this is the key point. And for the other, you know, actually this topic I talked with you guys already, right? Indeed, do you remember last time we talked about Panatipata Velamani and everything. So I think take times, you know, to remember, to understand that. But today this kind is quite difficult because the sample, you know, that we give to them is probably very profound, you know. So it's not easy as what I told you before, you know, Pana is killing, Achina is stealing, you know, it is above that. But anyway, that is the fact that Pikan try to bring it to you is more, you know, deeply. But anyway, it is the concept, you know, it's the concept. Thank you, Ka Sadhu. Do you have any question?
Okay. So a bit, I'll show a bit more in details.
เวทจะมีคำถาม
Yes, please.
เวทโจมนุษย์ นิรโยมนุสสเปโตแล้วก็มนุสสธีรชโนมันกลายเป็นมนุสสเทโวยังไง
The reason that Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirashano turns into Manusa Tevo because Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirashano, they are under influence of Akusala Kamapata 10. Once you can control Akusala Kamapata 10 by using Punyakriya Vatu 10, they turn these three Manusa into Manusa Tevo. And Manusa Tevo under influence of Kusala Kamapata 10, Pana, as I mentioned, the name like this. And the things that help Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirashano transform into Manusa Tevo, Bunya Kriyavatu 10. Okay, this for as PN said, a bit more profound, but actually this one is still simple one. And for Indi, you can recite Chitta 121, Cetasika 52, and Rupa 28, right? As we mentioned before, that whenever we talking to Abhidhamma or the function or the Paramattha Dhamma, we need to refer back to the act of Chitta, Cetasika, and Rupa. And the things that we mentioned now is not yet into that level. This still simplified form of the function. We turn Kusala Kamapata 10 into Kusala Kamapata 10 by Punyakriyavatu 10. And to gain Punyakriyavatu 10, you need to Sikkha, right? And Kusala Kamapata 10, these Manusa, Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirashano, they are under influence of Kusala Kamapata 10. And for Manusa Tevo, this one under influence of Kusala Kamapata 10. Transform from this group of people, of Manusa into this Manusa requires Bunyakriyavatu 10. And remember this picture, and I will show you in more details what happened if we go from here into Chitta, Cetasika, and Rupa level. One minute.
Yeah.
I will show you this one. One moment.
Indeed, does Pikan answer your question?
ใช่
Okay, good. It's just Sikkha. You know, we cannot do it in one times, or we need to do many times to collect the kusala in our life. Okay.
Now a bit complicated than that picture. Okay, now we go a little bit deeper into the work of Chitta. This one quite difficult. But however, I try to explain to you. From the slides before, we transform from Kusala Kamapata 10 to Kusala Kamapata 10 by using
Punyakriyavatu 10.
Punyakriyavatu 10. And that how it can be able to transform from Kusala Kamapata 10 into Kusala Kamapata 10. Now we go to details. Your daily activities, they are Rupa, as I mentioned before. They are Avinipoka Rupa 8. They are Avinipoka Rupa 8, and once you act in your daily activities, it will connect to Shivita Rupa, which is the special one that connect with your body, not others object. Others object will have only 8. They call Avinipoka Rupa 8. But your body have a Shivita Rupa, one more special. Add altogether 9. When you have Shivita Rupa will get a Rupa information from your daily activities and send to Shivita Rupa also work with Shivit Cetasika. And Shivit Cetasika stays classified into Sapajita Satana Jetasika 7 group. Sapajita Satana Jetasika 7 group consisting of Phasa Jetasika, Vedana Jetasika, Sanya Jetasika, Chetana Jetasika, Ekakata Jetasika, Shivita Jetasika, and Manasikara Jetasika. And these Jetasika send information from your daily life into Panchathawara Vachana Chitta. Panchathawara Vachana Chitta, Manothawara Vachana Chitta, and Hasitupatha Chitta. These 3 Chitta are Ahetuka Kriya Chitta 3, as you able to recite it, as you are able to recite them. And once the information from your daily life sent to Panchathawara Vachana Chitta, Panchathawara Vachana Chitta will classify it, will decide it, that information that you get is akusala or kusala. Once the information that you gain from your daily information, your daily life sent to Panchathawara Vachana Chitta, for Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirashano, they don't have any Dhamma in their daily lives. So once information from Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirashano enter Panchathawara Vachana Chitta, Panchathawara Vachana Chitta will classify those information as akusala. So they send Panchathawara Vachana Chitta will send those information to Akusala Vipaka Chitta 7. Akusala Vipaka Chitta 7 consisting of Jakku, Jakku Vinyan, Akusala Vipaka Chitta, Sota Vinyan, Akusala Vipaka Chitta, Khana Vinyan, Akusala Vipaka Chitta, Shivha Vinyan, Akusala Vipaka Chitta, Kaya Vinyan, Akusala Vipaka Chitta, Sampatichana, Akusala Vipaka Chitta, and Upekha Santirana, Akusala Vipaka Chitta. And once they pass through Akusala Vipaka Chitta 7, they'll go through Manothawara Vachana Chitta before enter Chavana Chitta at Hasitupatha Chitta. And this is the reason why Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirachano will go only to Apayapum 4, because the information from their activity, their daily activities consisting of only akusala. Once it passed through Panchathawara Vachana Chitta, Panchathawara Vachana Chitta will classify it as akusala, then send to Akusala Vipaka Chitta 7 and send to Manothawara Vachana Chitta and enter Asitupatha Chitta and create Apayapumi 4 for Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, and Manusa Tirachano. And special one for Manusa Tevo. Manusa Tevo, they have they Sikkha Dhamma, they know what happened in daily lives, what Dhamma explain their activity in their daily lives. So in that case, for Manusa Tevo, information from their daily life when sent to Panchathawara Vachana Chitta, the part that Manusa Tevo knows what Gautama Buddha teach will go to Kusala way, will classify as Kusala, and then pass through Ahetuka Kusala Vipaka Chitta 8. And when pass through Akusala Vipaka Chitta 8, then go to Manothawara Chitta before enter Hasitupatha Chitta. And for Kusala, once information classified as Kusala, and then Kusala information enter Shavana Chitta, this part will create Manutsa Bhumi, Teva Bhumi 6, Brahma Bhumi 16, and Arupa Brahma 4 for you. This is rough, quick, and very simplified reasons why Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirachano goes to Apayapumi 4, and Manusa Tevo don't have to go to Apayapumi 4. By doing Kama Sanya, Hojara Sanya, Mohana Sanya, they will go only to Apayapum 4. And with Dhamma Sanya, the only way that you can the only way that prevent you from going to Apayapumi 4. Okay, this is a quick view of using going a bit deeper into the function of Citta, Cetasika, and Rupa, a bit difficult from the beginner, but this is the reason why Manusa by Kama Sanya, Khojara Sanya, and Mora Sanya that leads you to Abhaya Bhumi 4, and Dhamma Sanya that helps you prevent to go to Abhaya Bhumi 4. This is one of the reason to explain it. A bit difficult. Yeah, and do you have anything?
That's okay ค่ะ we can try to give you the big picture, you know, for the working flow, right? So probably next time, if we have the next class, probably we will simplify.
We'll go in
Yeah, because you're quite shocked. It's too many details. You know, it stuns you. But anyway, the message from today is Sikkha Dhamma is the key word for all you guys. You know, for the other, you can learn little bit by little bit, bite by bite. So it's okay,นะคะ. And just review that, you know, if you have time, you know, back to the review each class of Dhammacharya. You know, actually, I believe that they talked it before, you know, in different way, in different approach. So enjoy.
Yes. And for this slide, I would like only to show you that by insisting of you to recite Citta, Cetasika, and Rupa, actually we use it. We use those Citta, Cetasika, and Rupa. We always use, and we always go back to Citta, Cetasika, and Rupa to explain everything. Everything will go back into the work of Citta, Cetasika, and Rupa. That's why we do insist that you recite them. And by reciting Citta, Cetasika, and Rupa, and that way it has already covered it. It will help you create a Punya Kriya Vatu 10 that begins to transform your Akusala Kamapata into Kusala Kamapata. That has already been done. Since you first recite the first Citta, then Punya Kriya Vatu 10 starts to transform from Akusala Kamapata into Kusala Kamapata. So whenever you Sikkha Dhamma, you create a Punya Kriya Vatu 10, and then this one transform Akusala Kamapata into Kusala Kamapata and helps you transform from Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirachano into Manusa Tevo. Little by little, the more Sikkha Dhamma, the more you can transform from Manusa Nirayo, Manusa Peto, Manusa Tirachano into Manusa Tevo. Okay. That will be all for this class. Do you have any questions?
No.
นะครับไม่มีแล้วนะ
ไม่มีเลยเวลาแล้ว
เด็ก
เด็กๆหิวข้าว
We'll go back later. Bye. สาธุครับ
ค่ะ so สาธุ everyone นะคะ
สาธุ
see you next class
สาธุค่ะ
สาธุค่ะ
สาธุธรรมอาจารย์ทุกท่านค่ะ
สาธุ
สาธุสาธุ
Satu Oke pada Rotami bisa ya maka bisa semuanya Pak kepada dosa pada buat tekan aja
สาธุ
Satu
สาธุทุกท่านนะคะโอเคไป
Bye.
บาย
น้องพลอยทันไหมคะน่ะ
ไม่น่า
ขยักหน้าทันขยักหน้าว่าทัน
ไม่ทัน
ไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวค่อยๆอธิบายวันหลังจะอธิบายย้อนกลับมาอีกอธิบายไปเรื่อยๆ
น้องพลอยต้องท่องจิตให้ได้ก่อนนะคะค่ะ
ได้กี่จิตแล้วลูก เกิน5 สียัง
สอง
แล้วนะ
ไม่เป็นไรค่อยๆไปเรายังเด็กอยู่มีเวลาลูกนะ
แต่มาให้ข้ามไปเป็นเซนสิกะอีก2 อัน
อ๋อมาม่าให้ข้ามไปเหรออืม
ไม่ได้ให้ข้ามเด็กเขาอยากไปเจตสิกะบ้างค่ะ
อ๋อเบื่อน้องค่อยเบื่อใช่ไหม
ก็หมามาพาให้หนูท
ไม่เป็นไรจำให้หมดได้ไม่เป็นไรเลยติดได้เจตสิกได้จำค่อยๆจำ
ได้ค่ะ โอเค
ครับ
จัดโครงการแล้วเจอกันค่ะป้าหนุ่ย